Yo, welcome, Most Determined Soul, CJ Berry, and we're getting ready to check out the Virtua 5 R.E.V.O World Stage official Into the World Stage beta test trailer. I know they had the beta test already, but I just wanted to go back and revisit this and talk about this just a little bit. And I think the biggest thing that I'm having with, and most of the FGC is having, is, issues with fighting games in general, not just, hey, is this a good game or a bad game? It's more so like, hey, the quality of life of the game, from casual to competitive. But hopefully, Virtua Fighter is one of those games that will help get the FGC back on track. Why am I crossing my legs like this? So here we are with Virtua Fighter R.E.V.O, and I think we have a bunch of issues with fighting games in general because of the accessibility and the complexity barrier that's there. This is a very complex game, but the entry level to understand the game, I think, is simple. It makes sense. It's very intuitive, right? In the netcode, that's another thing that a lot of the FGC is complaining about. For example, in Tekken, the netcode, sometimes it's just straight trash. And where we are at within the fighting game community, we shouldn't be having these problems. But here goes something that I would really like to talk about, is this part right here. Your opponent defeat over 1,000 players and be crowned the strongest, and they have like these dojos and these places you can go that add to your experience in the game. And I think that's really the missing piece in the issue with a lot of the fighting games that are out there. Yeah, we have the net code and accessibility and toxic communities and gatekeeping, monetization and making money off the game and all that good stuff. I completely understand that. But I think the biggest thing is the ability to have a lot of replay value, and I think Virtua Fighter does that, as you see right there. And it's coming to all these platforms, so it's easily accessible, right? We can agree on that part right there. You can easily access the game. The netcode, I played this before. The netcode is freaking incredible. It's great. It's flawless, almost flawless. It runs super duper smooth. But what are we doing about that guy that doesn't want to be competitive and is a casual? Right now, they're saying, hey, let's get all the casuals in here. Let's get the casuals to play. Okay, cool. Now what? How do we get them here? So once you get them to be a casual, you have to convert them into being a competitive player or a person that has a longing to get good at the game and want to continue to have fun with it. So again, I think the issue isn't necessarily all those things mentioned before. I think it's the replay value of the game. I think Street Fighter is a great example of that, where it has a little bit of replay value, where they have the little pieces in World Tour and they have the arcade and you're able to create your own character. But then it's like, how am I gonna interact with other people outside of doing a 1v1? Or for that matter, what other things can I do by myself outside of arcade mode, and doing a world tour? I think Mortal Kombat does a phenomenal job of that when they have their combat towers, and more recently they have those little stages, almost like a little board game, right? Where you're going place to place to place. I really and truly think that if you can figure out ways you can create replay value from a game and include communities to create said replay value, I think we'd be able to move forward leaps and bounds. Virtua Fighter, it's been out for a very long time. It had a remix after remix after remix. It has a very, very strong community. And hopefully with Virtua Fighter 6 eventually releasing, we'll be able to see those things. Maybe 2XKO is the answer. I'm not sure. But guys, let me know in the comments below what you think about all this. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, success and victory don't block with your face. I'll see you guys on the next time. Peace out.